we invite you to delve into the world of short stories, where each narrative offers a small glimpse into a person's fate. The first story is titled Light in the Window. The protagonist, driven through a veil of rain, runs through puddles, oblivious to her soaked feet. Her forgotten umbrella becomes a metaphor for her vulnerability in a world filled with sharp, judgmental gazes. Since the age of 25, every morning she sees a reflection in the mirror that she deems far from ideal. Her critical gaze picks out imperfections, her nose, eyes, chin. Everything is too much. The dream of a compliment, a simple word confirming her attractiveness, remains unfulfilled. The thought of plastic surgery flickers like a phantom hope, but the realization of the extensive changes required holds her back. In despair, she turns to a higher power, questioning her failed destiny. She feels she has nothing. No outstanding abilities, no striking looks, no education, no strong character. She feels invisible, a part of a faceless crowd easily forgotten. Even at her high school reunion, she was mistaken for others. Her father had high hopes for her, dreaming she'd inherit her mother's beauty and his intelligence. But reality proved different. Without pursuing higher education, she takes a job at a kiosk, where her life becomes a series of monotonous days. 2 days working, 2 days resting in front of the television. But one day, something new bursts into her life, like a ray of light in a dark realm. The attention of a man who looks at her with genuine interest knocks her off her usual path. It feels as if she has entered another world, where everything is different. The air, relationships, smiles, dreams. Instead of the usual indifference, she hears a question. What's your name? An invitation to dinner follows, and now she's getting ready for a date. Unable to comprehend what could have attracted this man from another world. She suspects it's all just a prank or a bet. She imagines the events unfolding like a melodrama. A magical night, pregnancy, raising a child alone, and finally, a triumphant return to the life of a former lover. But reality proves more prosaic. At the restaurant, she feels out of place, sensing the judging gazes of those around her. She feels everyone sees her as an outsider, someone who won't be there long. Questions about her job at the kiosk fill her with shame, and the red dress, chosen for this special occasion, seems ill-fitting and a disguise for her true self. Indeed, the style of that outfit was outdated a couple of years ago, or perhaps it was never fashionable at all. "Svetlana, how old are you?" he asked. 25, she replied. "Good," came the response. What was so good about that? Was it that she was almost 30, languishing in that cramped booth like a coffin, only to return home and endure her mother's reproaches about her failed life? The wine she drank loosened her tongue, and she rambled on, a wide smile plastered across her face. He listened intently, his enigmatic gaze fixed on her. Am I really interesting to him? A thought flickered in her mind. Then he said, "Listen, Svetochka, how she hated that nickname. You see, I'm a sociologist and I'm writing my dissertation, the topic of my work." She only caught fragments of his sentences after that, but the gist was clear. Her biography was valuable research material. She could help him describe the psychology of a specific social group. Surely she had friends similar to her. And of course, he was willing to pay for her cooperation. Money wouldn't hurt her, would it? With it, she could buy. What do people like her usually buy? What do they need from life? Tights, eyeshadow, perhaps a Chinese-made lace bra. She automatically replied, "Of course." Then, raising her glass, she splashed its contents into his face. She'd seen a similar scene in a movie, where an actress did the same. Though there the wine was white, and here it was like blood, streaming down his face and dripping onto the table. That's how ungrateful she was. They tried to buy her for a Chinese bra, and in return, she threw wine at them. She must have said it aloud, because he looked genuinely surprised. "Svetlana, what does a bra have to do with this? How is it relevant?" And that's the whole story. Now she runs, not knowing what to do. Should she jump off a bridge, slit her wrists in the bathtub, join a convent, sink into depression, drown her sorrows in wine and forget, or enroll in college and start life anew? But all these options are only suitable for a TV series protagonist, for whom shame is part of her on-screen persona, and for whom everything will inevitably sort itself out in about 100 episodes, when a kind screenwriter uncle grants her love, a husband, children, and dazzling beauty. As for her, only one thing remains. Tomorrow, she'll go back to work and sell gum at the kiosk. After all, someone has to do it. Story 2. New Year's Eve from a Girl's Diary. December 30th. Morning. Today is so wonderful that there's nothing even to write in her diary. Usually, she picks up her pen when she's sad. Let's just note for information. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. Sasha and I will celebrate it with friends, and tonight he's coming over to stay. My parents are away, so we'll spend the evening together. December 30th, $6,000 p.m. All preparations are complete. Dinner is on the table. She's wearing a lilac dress, bought last month on sale. Her hair is styled in a new updo high with her forehead exposed to showcase her earrings. She feels it makes her look more elegant and mysterious. And then, the doorbell rings. Could it be him? December 30th, 6:10 p.m. No, it's not him. False alarm. Just the neighbor dropping by. She'll write for a bit. There's nothing else to do anyway. Where is Sasha? Why is he taking so long? He's probably stuck in traffic. The city center is chaotic today. And he forgot his phone at home too. He's probably stressed about that, poor thing. December 30th, 8:30 p.m. She's still alone, and panic is setting in. Sasha's phone is off, and he doesn't have a landline. It's unlikely anything terrible has happened to him. She would have felt it. If he doesn't arrive by 10, waiting will be pointless. So, she has about an hour and a half that she can live relatively calmly, just waiting and trying not to think about what will torment her all night if he doesn't show up. She feels as if these are the last 90 minutes of her life, after which nothing good will remain. A nasty chill gnaws at her stomach. How she wishes she could just tell everything to go to hell and live on the top floor of a skyscraper, to look down on everything or even spit on what's happening below. December 30th, $10,000 p.m. He didn't come, and he won't. Waiting is useless. She doesn't believe in traffic jams or broken buses. He could have walked there and back twice. Well, what's there to say? In truth, she never fully trusted him. Perhaps she sensed something. Or maybe it was female intuition, though she claims not to have any. She needs to get through this night. But how? She can't bear to be alone. Then again, it's better to be alone. When you cry, you don't need witnesses. It's too humiliating to explain that you've been walked all over again. Who gave him the right to torment her like this? How long can a person endure being trampled upon? She, personally, has been successfully doing it for over a year. So much for an evening before the holiday. Everyone else is happy, preparing, while she The longing is so intense, she feels it physically, like a cocoon, a heavy blanket pressing down and making it hard to breathe. Sasha, you just spat on her soul. Couldn't you have chosen another time, especially since it's New Year's Eve? Then again, is there ever a right time to spit on someone's soul? Maybe she should go outside. She wonders if tears freeze in the cold. If so, then they truly are just water. December 30th, 11:30 p.m. She remembers spending the night at Sasha's a month ago. Mom, can I stay at Lena's tonight? Right. Waking up in the middle of the night, she found herself disgusted to be there. Disgusted by the realization that she was just another girl on a long list. Sticky music, cheap wine, the smell of cigarettes smoked in bed, and the same faded sheets. But worst of all, she loves him and can't imagine herself without him. Yet, can you truly love someone while constantly compromising yourself? Why is her feeling gradually turning into a nightmare from which she yearns to wake? All this anguish and pain for fleeting moments of joy. December 31st, 12:50 a.m. Reflections on the eve of the new year give rise to contradictory plans. At home, she'll announce she's meeting friends, and to her friends, she'll say she's having a quiet evening at home. Her true desire is to escape into the solitary urban expanse. Let joy bubble up behind other people's windows. Let songs flow and champagne sparkle. Her fate is to wander in thought, hoping to find a path to her future life within the labyrinth of her mind. Attempts to distract herself with reading fail. The meaning eludes her. Lack of appetite and sleep only underscore the oppressive silence that has enveloped the house. Like mice, people seek warmth in each other's embrace. But her salvation comes in the form of an old diary, where words, born under her pen, fill the void. This notebook, already her second this year, serves as a refuge from emotional pain, a way to escape unbearable reality. The question of love's nature arises with particular urgency. Why is it needed? This terrible force that places one's heart into another's hands, allowing them to dispose of it as they please. December 31st, 3:00 a.m. An unending stream of tears brought on by disgusting self-pity. But is there any reason for pity if she's to blame herself? Her dependence on him is so great it's impossible to hide. Lies, like a shield, cover reality, creating an illusion of well-being. Love is hoisted overhead like a banner, under which all loved ones are summoned. Admire it, applaud. But deep down, a premonition stirs. If a miracle occurs and everything works out, her eyes will close again until the next blow. And the day will come when his cruelty will make her regret this merry little night. And despite this knowledge, she continues down this path. January 1st, afternoon. Despite the torment of the night, everything seems excellent, wonderful. She couldn't bear it and went to him during the night. What an effort it took to raise her hand and ring the doorbell. He was home alone, sick. Thank goodness, just a cold. She felt sorry for him, of course, but every cough made her want to kiss him. He couldn't warn her about his illness, his phone was dead, and the charger was left at work. How good it was that she guessed to come. She spent New Year's Eve with him, and it was the best New Year's Eve of her life. They say how you meet the year is how you'll spend it, meaning this will be their year. And the night's entries? Just foolishness born of the darkness. Story 3. White Elsa. White Elsa glides past, an embodiment of perfection that eclipses gray ordinariness, gloom, and suffering. It seems as though God poured all his best into her creation, and gazed upon his work with satisfaction. An ethereal silhouette, swan-like arms, delicate fingers and nails. Every detail of her appearance is a work of art. Her hair is a stirring cloud tangled with a sunbeam. Her gait, an enchanting dance, her gestures, grace itself. The most beautiful female figures, praised by poets and writers, pale in comparison to her. Ladies from renowned portraits, who for centuries proudly regarded admiring devotees, acknowledged their imperfection before her beauty. Unbearably beautiful, she is solitary in her magnificence, for there is no one worthy of her. "Mishka, hurry up, let's go," Seryoga urged his 12-year-old nephew again. He was dreaming of a cool shower and a can of beer chilling in the fridge. "No, first the beer, then the shower." "It's so hot I'm exhausted," Mishka complained. "And back in our village, it's raining." "What did you load into those bags? It's as if you've come for eternal settlement, not just a vacation." "Mom packed all sorts of treats, salo, honey from the garden. The main thing is the handles don't break." Lean, snub-nosed Mishka brushed a rebellious strand of red hair from his forehead. His thoughts darted like fleas. The boy adjusted his bag strap more comfortably on his thin shoulder and trotted behind his uncle. Some movement caught his eye. He turned and froze, mouth agape. "What's that?" "Where?" Seryoga winced. "There she goes. And that's not that, by the way." "Who?" Seryoga corrected instructively. "That's Liska Markova, the local eccentric. Don't worry, she's quiet, just walks around muttering something. We even went to the same school until she moved out." "Moved where?" Mishka asked, surprised. "Nowhere." "Why?" "Silly boy. She went off her rocker." "Oh, why?" "There was a whole story. She was assaulted. Some drunken group. But Liska was always a bit off anyway. People tormented her in all sorts of ways. You see, she's as ugly as a crocodile." "Why is she wearing a white sheet?" "She always does." Seryoga shrugged. "Why?" "How should I know what's going on in her crazy head?" Seryoga snapped, spitting on the asphalt. Why? You're sticking to me like glue." "I feel so sorry for her," the boy sighed. "Feel sorry for yourself, smarty pants," Seryoga chuckled. "She might actually be better off. No worries, no problems." White Elsa passes by, oblivious to passers-by. She is above the crowd. Her radiance will not be dimmed by human malice or mockery. Away, wretches, out of her path.